Hey guys, and welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing the medical doctor tag, which I found on the wonderful Jenny Lee's YouTube channel. I will link down below. It's the only medical doctor tag that I could find that wasn't related to Doctor Who. So if you wanted to learn a little bit more about me, keep on watching. I feel like I'm kind of cheating a little bit because I do already have a 10 facts about me out there, but I figured why not? That's the answer to everything on this YouTube channel as well, why not? So I've got it all up here. So Jenny's first question in the tag is, who are you? So if you don't know, my name's Kris, I'm 27 and I am a GP in Australia. When did you start studying medicine or pre-med courses? So I went straight from high school into medicine. I have a video about my progression through med school and post-medical years, which will be down below as well. But I started medical school when I was 17 and I graduated when I was 23. Question 3, what made you choose the medical field? So I'm one of those weirdos who always kind of knew I wanted to do medicine since I was about 4. There's actually a picture of my parents' fridge that's got me in a lab coat, my dad's lab coat, he was a scientist, posing, ready to see my first patients of the day. But I always wanted to do something in health and helping people. And of course, as I grew up, what I wanted to do changed a little bit. So when I was a kid, I wanted to be a pediatrician. When I was an adolescent or a teenager, I wanted to do GP. As I went through med school, I thought about emergency medicine or gynecology. And of course, postgraduate years, I decided GP, and that's where I am now. Question 4, how did you come up with your blog name or username? It's a version of my full name. So I actually have 2 legal names and a 3rd name. So my 2 legal names are my medical name, so my maiden name, my married name, and so my social name, and then I've got my online persona, which is Dr. Kris Eliza. You can kind of guess what my middle name is. Question 5, how would you describe your blog or channel? New, very new. I describe it as educational, relaxed. I want this to be very relaxed, but factual and evidence-based. But yeah, mostly new, very new. Question 6, what is your favorite quote? So the first one that comes to mind is, it will all be okay in the end. If it's not okay, then it's not the end. And I keep telling myself that through the hard times, and well, it's right, it's all okay in the end. What is your favorite memory in medical school? So many. So a lot of my highlights happened when I was on placements. So at my medical school, you got to go on rural placements every 2nd year. My 6th year medical placement in New Zealand probably tops the cake because it was the first time that me and my now husband saw snow. It's probably not a highlight in my medical career, but you know, that's fine. What is one course I struggled with? Histopathology. You don't even have to finish the sentence and I know the answer. So I struggled a lot with histopath, which is where you look at slides under a microscope and determine what cells are and what the pathology is. It's basically the crux of medicine, and I would be nowhere without histopathologists, but I just personally, give me mental health, give me women's health, kids' health, emergencies, something bleeding, something to cut open any day over histopath. What is my favorite book? So that's question 9. Tough. I am an avid reader, but I don't have a favorite book. I have books that sculpted my life or stand out as memorable. So obviously the Harry Potter series is a big one. 19 Minutes by Jodi Picoult was one of the very first books I read that made me sob. And I don't mean like, I mean, go to have a hug from my mum type sob. I'm sure I'm going to think about 4,000 after I finish this, but yeah, that'll do for now. Question 10, what do I do in my free time? This was written by a doctor, right? Because what's free time? I am kidding. So I do have quite a fair few hobbies. So I play guitar badly, and I sing badly. I draw, I paint, I like to go for walks and hikes. I exercise regularly, I'll give myself that, regularly, 3 times a week or so. And I'm starting to learn how to garden. I've got tomatoes and corn growing and cucumber. The cucumber is now flowered. I'm so excited. So yes, I have quite a few hobbies and a lot of things that I do in my spare time. Oh, and this, YouTube. This is new. This is in my spare time. What do I want to major or specialize in? I am almost a board certified specialist in general practice, so GP. If I had to subspecialize, I can tell a lot of my passions and where I get a lot of joy is in family, as in women's and kids' health, especially women's and sexual health. But I don't want to put myself in a box. I really enjoy doing skin cancer medicine, chronic health, driver's license medicals, ear aspiration, like earwax, a lot of things. I could go on for ages why I love GP, but yes, so I specialize in general practice. Who do I look up to? So question 12, whew, so many. I look up to my parents, I look up to my current mentor, Nicole. I look up to a couple of friends of mine who are just astronomically amazing human beings. I look up to a lot of people. Such a cop-out answer, I'm so sorry. I should say something like Nelson Mandela and move on, but honestly, quite a few people. Question 13, how do you study productively? So I do have a video about this. It was filmed at nighttime when I was bored on a Saturday in very poor lighting, and I was not very organized, which is so ironic when you actually watch the video, but I'll link that down below. But yeah, so the question, was how do I study productively? Planning, palm cards, repetition. Pretty much it. How did I stay motivated in medical school? Ooh, the honest answer is fear. The fear of failure really motivated me. It is not the healthiest motivator, but it's true. I think knowing that the goal was always in sight, there was after this assignment is this exam, then break, and then semester's over, then the year is over, and then med school's over, and then, there was always a progression, and I think being very forward thinking, I always knew where I was going to end up, and I had a time frame for it, which really was motivating. But yeah, the anxiety of failing, I think, was definitely the biggest motivator, which is not healthy, but it's the truth. And the final question is, what are your best tips for future medical students? Ooh, this is a video in and on itself, I'm sure, but my best tips are, when you go into medical school, expect to feel like you are an imposter. Imposter syndrome is huge and it's real, and you may feel like you don't deserve to be there. You do. Everyone in that room made it there for a reason, and you will and you can pass. So, our best tips is be prepared to study a lot, be prepared to feel like you know nothing, be prepared to get your results back and go, are you sure I passed? And be prepared to have it never end. You'll hit internship after you graduate and you think, I'm done? You're not done yet. You'll hit your residency, am I done? No. Registrar years, done? No. Consultancy, am I done? No. You've always got study to do, there's always things to be doing, but it's the whole point, it's fun. I never want to be someone who's like, I know everything, because I don't. As soon as I think I know something is when I realize I know nothing at all. But do it for the love of it, not for the prestige. The prestige doesn't come for a very long time, if it ever does. The money, again, doesn't come for a very long time, and even then, with all the fees you have to pay and things, you shouldn't be doing it for the money. That was really quick. That went by really, really quick. So that was the 15 medical doctor tag questions by Dr. Jenny Lee. I will link her down below like I said, but if you wanted to learn anything more about me or have any other questions, let me know. Until next time guys, stay safe, stay healthy, and remember, anything I say is always general advice. If you have questions, please ask your own doctor about your personal medical history. See ya!